What's up guys, Meatman here, and I'm gonna make this quick because I've got to get back on Wilds quick before the work week starts. At this point I've put in around 30 hours and am HR 71. That disclaimer is merely to show that I have indeed rubbed shoulders with the easiest to hardest challenges the game has to offer. But don't worry, no spoilers. Your boy just has some early low rank footage in the background, and we will not be talking about in-game mechanics or unrevealed monsters. This video is not a commentary on the overall difficulty of the game. I cannot dive in depth on that without going into spoiler territory, but you can expect a video on that at some point. If Wilds is your first Monster Hunter game, welcome. I am not only glad you clicked on my video, but I am happy you are trying out this wonderful series. If Wilds is not your first Monster Hunter game and you clicked on the video to argue difficulty and push playing in specific ways that only you approve of, well, that's fair game. By all means state your case, but please be respectful to newcomers and each other. You may see social media discourse on reviews about the difficulty of Wilds and how many people are writing it off as too easy compared to previous titles. This is a discussion for another day, but as a new player or someone new to action games like this in general, you may not be feeling that. There are a myriad of in-depth systems and mechanics alongside 14 weapons that can give you choice paralysis. There are many pain points to learning the game, and these are the same pain points that cause many people to up and leave the series and have to return later. Tie that in with getting your teeth kicked in while you see everyone on the internet saying the game is too casual and too easy can lead you to feel like something is either wrong with you or the game, adding another sense of frustration. Tip number 1. Don't listen to that. The grievances returners to the series have about difficulty do not take you into account. Rely on your own senses and let your experiences inform your thoughts. Most people are not arguing difficulty to dunk on you. They are merely venting out of concerns or frustration. Keyword is most. Tip number 2 is going to be fast because it is not what this video is about. But you need to learn this game. You need to learn about what items do what. You need to learn about how to make new armor and how to upgrade your defense in the early game. And you need to learn how to make builds with armor pieces in the later game. You need to learn about how your weapon works and what stats matter. There are many guides for all of these things across YouTube already. Research or grab a veteran to show you the ropes. You will not regret that. Now on to the real meat. Monster Hunter, at its core, was designed around being a cooperative experience. There are many different types of people that play Monster Hunter, from solo players to people that only play multiplayer. Both are completely welcome. However, no matter what anyone says, there is no shame in playing multiplayer. Even the producer of the majority of the series, Ryozo Sugimoto, highlights the importance of multiplayer consistently across the history of Monster Hunter. This is where the SOS system, introduced in World, comes in handy for hunters that do not have a network of other hunters to work with. However, there are some problems with the SOS system. Sometimes you get high-leveled, but most of the time, well-intentioned hunters that will basically destroy your monster in a minute or two without giving you time to learn the fight. On the other end, you get people that instead of throwing out their own flares, they will hop into other people's SOS without knowing the fight. What happens when you get multiple people that all need help with the same fight, but they can't really help that well themselves? Well, you get easy-baked triple cart quest fails in the first couple minutes of the hunt. Another shortcoming of the SOS system is that later on in the game's life cycle, you are less likely to be able to get people to join your SOS for early game missions, especially optional quests. Wilds has actually implemented a system that counters every single one of the shortcomings of SOS with the support hunters. I have done experimentation with the way support hunters work, and here are some of my findings. If you don't want to deal with the unpredictable nature of SOS, or if you have anxiety about playing with random people online, but you want to have others to go hunt with, go to Alma and then open post/join quest, open the settings, and then set your multiplayer settings to only support hunters. The support hunters are good for taking aggro and doing a little bit of damage, but they will not be destroying the monsters for you all by themselves. Some of them have some decent crowd control capabilities, like Olivia can stun with her hammer, and Rosso can hit unreachable wounds with his HPG. But if you want my dead honest advice, I would only run one support hunter. And let me explain. Every player has a Palico, who not only operates like a cute sidekick, but is actually a very adept hunter in its own right. In high-level Monster Hunter play, If you ever play with amazing teammates, you can expect traps to be placed to crowd control the monsters, and you can expect occasional healing in a bind via life powder or dust of life. The Palico provides similar support. You want to hunt with them to raise their level so they get access to more gadgets, and so they can get more defense to survive meaty monster hits. But your Palico cannot accompany you on hunts with more than 2 people, so kick 2 of the other support hunters. Under missions and quests during the hunt, you can go to Support Hunter Info. Here you can select the 2 that you want to get rid of for the hunt. My overall advice is run Olivia for everything except for monsters that like to fly a lot. In that case, you can pick Rosso. But ultimately, it's up to you. With just 1 support hunter, your Palico can accompany you, and also you get to roll with the support hunter's Palico, who will also lay down traps. You get some help, and you get to level up your buddy at the same time, and it's all under your control. Happy hunting to everyone playing Wilds right now. I will be making more content as we go. Be sure to subscribe for more in the future, and like and comment if you want to help the video. But wait, let's circle back. I mentioned before, Ryozo Sugimoto consistently talked about Monster Hunter being a multiplayer experience. I wanted to get to the guide portion a little bit earlier in the video, so I decided to move this part here. I'll be talking about a couple different quotes from a couple different interviews. Now on the screen I put up a Yahoo Gaming Southeast Asia 2023 interview with Ryozo Sugimoto at Gamescom Asia. Here's some of the things that stick out to me from this interview. He says that when it comes to making a game attractive to the audience in general, he's not really thinking about the cultural differences between the player base, but about how every player will have similar experiences, regardless of whether you're playing it for the first time or you're coming back to Monster Hunter as a veteran. He points out that the core elements, such as great action and a sense of achievement in accomplishing your first hunt, will bind together players of any region and make it fun for them. And most importantly, applicable to this video, he added Monster Hunter at its core is very much kind of a multiplayer experience, so one of the best parts of experiencing the game is having all of the hunters come together and take down one monster. I think that they are beginning to nail the aspect of not just taking down monsters together with other people across the world, or even, in the next household. They are also beginning to excel at giving you that same experience even if you're playing solo, which is awesome. By the way, this is a 2023 interview. Let's look at a 2015 interview with Game Informer. Funny enough, this article no longer is on Game Informer's site, but I did manage to find some pictures online where someone actually posted the interview itself, which is kind of cool as well. This interview from 2015 celebrating 10 years of Monster Hunter is straight off the back of 4U, showcases a similar stance from Ryozo. In this, I quote, "But Monster Hunter is also a world that's designed in a fair way. It doesn't matter who shows off the most during a quest, the rewards are distributed equally regardless who played the flashiest. We wanted to make sure that all players cooperate and help each other, and making sure everyone feels rewarded was a big part of that." Now this following the question, "Did you ever imagine it would become such a popular franchise?" is a very telling quote. Monster Hunter, at its core, is about cooperation, and I think that support hunters like this are a very, very important aspect to the evolution of what makes you feel like you're actually cooperating in a guild of hunters. It's an important immersive feeling. Well anyways, thank you guys for watching the video. Stay meaty, my friends.
I've got dinner ready. Let him cook.